Welcome back to the Shipyard. Today, the last round of the Siege of AR 558. This is John versus Todd, and this is actually John's first final table that I can remember. So congratulations to him. He did that by beating Jay and Dan, who are up-and-coming players by their own right. John comes into this with 193 battle points, Todd with 214, so certainly anyone's game. Craig's certainly sitting over, licking his lips. If he can get a super win, he would have a chance with bonus battle points. You see early round here, John's on the left. He's got 3 ships, Todd's got 2. So John's getting troops down, he's got personnel mine. Todd's deployed his mines. We've already had a little bit of combat to start. John's dice are pretty cold. That's just life sometimes. Suppose I should get to what ships we're actually dealing with here. John has a NX-01 with Ben Sisko. Very useful to get a reroll of a die even on the planetary attack. Hood Riker Savick, aft particle beam, enhanced hull plating, so super durable there. Riker Savick and enhanced hull plating, all helpful to defensive purposes. He's also got the 1764 Defiant, free action Picard Valaris, upgraded phasers, dorsal weapons array. John going for a range of shots. I like that. He's also got the Kornak with Gold Ducat and a dorsal weapons array. Continuing the theme, bonus actions, never a bad thing. Co-pilot, that's a flat 100 points, like what's there. Todd, I think we went over this in our first video. Defiant, 1764, free action Picard, Admiral Forrest, conditional surrender, Quark with a warp jump, Gen Sisko, cloaked mines, type 8, upgraded, Hathaway, Gen Con, conditional surrender, Sakona, tactical systems, or systems upgrade, warp jump, cloaked mines, type 8, upgraded. I'm thinking tactical stations from a match I played this past weekend. Hopefully, it doesn't take me another month to get that content onto the Shipyard. It'll be coming soon. I don't like being behind that much. It's not good for anyone. And there goes the Kornak into the minefield. It only had 1 health left, and yeah, that's all she wrote. I believe John managed to get the shields off of the Hathaway before losing a ship, but Todd did not use conditional surrender at that point. It's a tough setup that Todd's got. This really is the, it's a modification of the build. More so it's what Peter and Joseph were running at Nationals. Modified to 100 points. They had they had these ships, plus they had double fighters at 130. And it's lethal. There's nothing you can do about that kind of durability. Even this kind of durability. Warp jump on each ship, attack cancellation on each ship. Tell me what you can do about that in an hour when you have some other kind of objective. Really, you just ignore the objective. But when you have limited firepower, there's just nothing you can do. You just have to pick a ship, target it, and be relentless about it. But the moment you try to do that, your opponent warp jumps away. It's a lose-lose scenario. I don't know what more to say. I've been over these kinds of things. But yeah, Todd's build was basically unbeatable in this kind of a setup. And it's just what's going to happen. It's sad. It's really, really sad. But That's what you got to deal with sometimes. So I'm going to turn it over to them now for the final round of combat. Here you go and enjoy.
5 dice.
Okay, I did 4 dice. Oh wait, 5 dice is range 3.
Yep.
How many times have you gone around the clock?
Just those target locks.
Oh, did I get out of
I
there?
want to get them before I forget them. Okay.
So I keep up my blank rolling ways, so let's re-roll these, burn the D,
Yeah.
and see what we get. Wow.
That's bad.
That's 5. Need those dice. Come on.
2 off.
Okay.
Savick will make it a 3rd.
Okay.
And Riker will make it a 4.
Oh.
Finally!
Take an ox?
And I'm taking. No, I got
Oh,
an
you haven't
evade.
done it yet. Oh, I might not even get you. Jesus. Okay. The other guy,
I survived
5.
1 round. I'm happy. Let's just pick 1 round of attack.
You
Okay.
get to save the other thing. Reroll this one with a ship ability.
Yep.
Spend the battle station. Make it do it again.
Yeah, I can't. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Savick, Riker, and 2 oxes, 2 evades.
Crit?
The crit kills it.
Oh, it only had one left.
Huh?
It only had one left?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought I had.
Yeah. Engine room fire. Yeah.
Oh, good game, sir.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Those people were evade. That would have been funny as hell.
I
Okay.
think that was a lot of dodges. I didn't realize that was as dodgy as it was. I forgot there was Riker and then Savick.
He was close. He had like 5 defense dice, 4 defense dice. No, 5. 3, 1 for Riker, and 1 for range 3. To only get 1 evade there, that's crushing. But he does get the planet points. That's 20. Todd got a whole lot more. He got 16 planet points. So John wins the planet, even though he has nothing left in orbit. Basically, Todd is free to bombard the planet for the next however long he feels like, and he would win eventually. But that is what it is. Sometimes you run a build, and John would be the first to say this. This was not an optimized build. He thought it was 130 points. He had to cut this down to be a 100-point build, and that hurt him a lot. He went, oh no, what do I do? And for him to go 2-1, for him to even put up a decent showing against Todd, like, that's quality. He flew pretty well. He bumped some with the Coronac. He had a lot of bad luck, and that's just life, unfortunately. That's the kind of stuff that you just can't deal with. You can't ever truly plan for. That last roll is heartbreaking, because if he gets one more turn, well, who knows? I don't think he's going to win. I think it's Todd's game, unfortunately, but you always have a slight chance weird stuff happens, and beyond that, I don't know. I think at the end, you got to take away making a final table and be happy with that sometimes. I know the first time I got to face Todd for a title, I learned a lot. And you become a better player when you play good players that you know are good players. Certain people have that swagger about them, if I can even use that word. And I don't know, I appreciate that in them. So there's something to it all. I know this wasn't a great match. The second round was okay, but it was not a great game. It was, I think it was 100-0 clean sweep. So to me, that's not a match that is necessarily worth putting online. And that's why I didn't put round 2. So if you're going, hey, what happened to round 2? Don't worry, you're not missing anything. It just fell to the... well, I can't always control who's on camera, and even if I can, well, For those of you who don't know, the Shipyard Facebook page does live stream matches. They are different matches than you see recorded, but they are matches of the same players. So you'll see a lot of the same builds. You'll see different players rotate through. I turn the live stream on when we start the tournament. I turn it off when we're done with the tournament. That way it's really low maintenance and you guys are free to come in, go throughout the day. Nobody's really watching. Every once in a while somebody will watch, look at the comments and such, but I make no promises about who's there, who's watching. I've been saying this in some of my other videos, but YouTube has changed their monetization guidelines or eligibility for a YouTube partner channel. And in order to be one, you have to have 1,000 subscribers. And the Shipyard's really close. Really close. We're a little more than 100 away. And the other side of it is you have to have at least 4,000 hours of view time. Well, we're close to 8,000 hours of view time in the last in the last year. So we blow past that. So if you guys can throw it out to your game group, throw it out to whoever you can think of, and just say like, hey, can you subscribe? You don't have to do anything with the channel. You don't have to watch anything. I mean, I prefer if you do, of course, but if you've been on the fence about subscribing, just please do it. Get me to 1,000 just so I can stay as part of the partner, because that enables so many tools for me. Scheduling broadcasts, scheduling videos to go up on a regular basis, because if I can't schedule my broadcasts, if I can't schedule my uploads, I have to wait and upload at really random times, like 3 in the morning, because that's when I'm done with a video, and that's when videos will go live. And that's just life. YouTube's making some poor decisions, but they're ones that we all just kind of have to live with. So, yeah, that's all I really got to say. So, thank you for watching, and until next time, we'll see you around the shipyard. Take care.